Hey all you cool cats and kittens, ASMR shitposter here, bringing you another 4chan spooky to, dull the existential dread of day-to-day life. This next week I might have to return to the office, so as you can tell I'm not exactly a happy camper. As always, this video does not contain any ads whatsoever. But if you want to support me, you can do that on Patreon, where not only will you get the youthful glow that normally occurs after doing a good deed, but you also get access to a Patreon exclusive mini video and many other perks. I'm not currently seeing anybody, but if I were and we were to break up, my Patreon supporters would be the first people to find out about that, because after all, love is free, but heartache gets the paywall. So anyway, let's begin. I'm out camping with some buddies up in North England. Fucking stereotype, I know, but bear with me. There's about 4 of us: Mark, me, Lucas, and James. We haven't really been camping before, in all honesty. Took us 3 hours to set up 3 tents because we had no fucking clue what to do. Our car is about a 20-minute walk down a dirt path. Not really far, but trees make it hard to see it right. This will be important later. James forgot to bring firewood, so we sent him out with an axe to get some. He's pretty strong, goes to the gym pretty often. Mark goes with him. So they head off into the woods towards the clearing we spotted whilst walking about a while ago, searching for a good spot to set up. We didn't choose that spot as we had no trees to prevent rain from drenching the tent and fire. It rains like fuck. It's England. So Mark and James are out collecting firewood. It's just me and Lucas chilling, drinking, etc. About an hour later, Mark and James come back. They don't have the axe. I asked where James put it, as he was the one holding it when they walked away. He asks Mark the same thing. Mark asks him. Lucas points it out. It's leaning against a tree, not 3 meters away. It looks weird, like a glitched texture in a video game. Kind of blurred, if you get what I mean. Brush it off. Mark picks it up and it just looks normal, so I don't bring it up. Nothing really happens. We go to bed early due to lack of fire to sit around. We had all 4 tents set up by now. I wake up in the middle of the night for no reason. Literally, fuck all. Quiet as all buggery. As if the sounds have been muted. Honest to God, I couldn't hear myself clap or talk. I even checked. Worried for my hearing, I go back to sleep, see if I'm okay in the morning. James wakes me up. The fuck were you clapping about, Anon? Oh, I must have temporarily lost my hearing. Well, I'm not surprised. We were up until 4 around the campfire and you kept screaming and laughing at it. We didn't have a campfire last night. Yeah, we did. Fucking remains of a fire outside the middle of the tents. It's kind of warm, recently put out. I'm actually scared at this point, can't reason with the situation. No, I was just tired, bullshit. So I just sat there trying to process all of this. Mark, James, and Lucas all talking. They noticed me kind of sitting there. Mark asks, "What's up?" "We didn't have a fucking fire last night." "What?" "There was no fire." "I know." James chimes in here. "There was a fire. You guys sat by it with me last night." Lucas also chimes in. "No, we fucking didn't." All three of us do not remember a fire. James insists that there was a fire. He gets kinda mad and goes back into his tent. Me, Mark, and Lucas leave him to chill. We head out to that clearing. Lucas heads back to the car to get a pocket knife. He wants to do some carving and stuff. He likes sharpening sticks and shit. We watch him go down the path. We only see his head after a while because the trees block out his body. He ducks under a low branch. He doesn't come back. We just go to the clearing, assuming he just kept low to not hit his head or some shit. We get there and Lucas is fucking there already. He was 10 minutes away. We were 3 minutes away. How the fuck did you get here so fast? Anon, I've been walking you since we left camp. We just watched you fucking leave to go to the car. No, you didn't. Mark speaks up in kind of a whisper. Anon, that's not Lucas. Look. He kind of tilts his head towards the path to the car. Lucas is walking by the car. We see his head inside it. He's looking for his pocket knife. Whatever is stood with us sees Lucas too. It throws his head back and opens his mouth. Emits this high-pitched sound like a dog whistle, but for humans. Collapse due to its loudness. Vision goes white as fuck, and the sound just won't stop. Wake up, back at camp. Mark, Lucas, and James all there around the fire. Mark asks if I'm okay. What the fuck was that thing? What was what? The thing that knocked us out. Anon, me and you walked out to the clearing and you passed out. I brought you back. At this point, I required new pants because I've officially pissed myself. I'm at the brink of tears. This is messing with my head, and I'll admit I'm a bit of a pussy. Go into the tent and sleep, or at least try. Just lay there for a while. Once again, try to process this shit. Hours pass, felt like minutes to me. Once again, all sound stops, even Mark, James, and Lucas talking outside. Poke my head out of the tent. See them moving as if talking, laughing, etc. Duck my head back in. Same high-pitched sound that thing in the clearing made, but not as loud. Doesn't hurt me this time. I'm shitting enough bricks to build a 4-bedroom house at this point. I lay down and let everything pass. Sound fades off as if he was walking away. Regain hearing. Sounds like a tent being opened hurriedly. James is practically ripping my tent open. Get the fuck up, we're leaving now. Stand up, but kinda weakish, overwhelmed by all this shit, trying to rationalize. Mark and James are combat sprinting to the fucking car. James has my arm around him and we're shuffling as fast as possible to the car. James, what the fuck is going on? Anon, shut the fuck up or it will hear us. I'm on the verge of tears. Like I said, I'm a pussy. We get to the car after about 17 minutes of shuffling. Mark and Lucas already in it, car running. They motion for us to get in. I'm in the back seat with James at my side. Mark is driving, Lucas in the passenger seat. Mark fucking floors it along this dirt roadish kind of thing that leads to the highway, about 10 minutes from the campgrounds. Look out the back window, out of paranoia, and try to reassure myself we're not being followed. I see this kind of amalgamation of the four of us. This thing's face is kind of like our four faces melted together. Vision goes white, like I just got flashbanged or some shit. Whatever this thing is, doesn't want to be seen in this state. High-pitched sound causing agony. Got a massive headache from it. Anyway, Mark is fucking flooring it away from the side and we get to the highway. Every now and then my vision will blur like fuck. Thing is just following us. High-pitched sound hasn't stopped, just not loud enough to hurt anymore. Hear it the whole ride home. Mark won't slow down. Empty as fuck highway, so he just speeds. I swear I see this thing following the car by the tree line at the side of the highway, facing the car, kind of sliding across the floor like if a video game character walking animation broke and stopped working. Every time I see it, high-pitched sound increases in volume until I look away and vision goes white after 2 seconds of staring. Eventually stop seeing it 3 miles from home. Never go back. Ever. Stopped talking to James after that. Lost contact with him. Mark doesn't talk much. When he does, he stutters. Lucas is still pretty chill though. I'm still scared as fuck about this. It was about 2 years ago. I don't go outside much anymore, Desu. Whole thing fucked us mentally, but yeah, believe me or not, this happened. And my mental state ain't as stable as it used to be as a result. Fucking typing this is almost giving me a panic attack. That's all guys, hope you enjoyed my traumatic encounter. James' story is as follows. At a camp, around the time my hearing cut out, and after I ducked my head back into the tent, an hour passes. They see the thing I saw into the woods, sliding at Mach 9 towards the fox, grabs the fox and rips his chest open, eats the thing then and there, bones and all. They go quiet. It spots them and slides off into the woods. He is fucking shaking at this point. They spot it again 2 minutes later, staring and twitching like fuck. He swears they heard a loud gurgling sound like its throat was full of a thick liquid like tar. It slides off again after letting out a loud screech that I didn't hear for some reason. He rips my tent open, grabs me. He carried me to the car. I was out cold. He's scared as shit, trying to sprint but be quiet as fuck. Mark and Lucas way ahead. He looks back and this thing is at our camp. It's inside my fucking tent. Gets to the car, throws me in, and gets in back beside me. I wake up after we go to the highway, scream, and pass out again. Repeat for about an hour. Wake up, look at him, make a gurgling sound like that thing made, and pass out again. This scared him enough to not want to talk to me for a long ass time. He thought it possessed me. Anyway, we get home, Mark drops him at his house and he stays there, getting family and friends to buy food for him, and he pays them the money. Refused to leave his house. He was in therapy for a while. I called him a long ass time after this, but here we are. At the end, we get a couple of follow-up questions. What did the creature look like? Have you named it? Named it? No, I'll try to think of a good one. But it had our four faces kind of melted together into one head, and it wore a dark red plaid shirt, slightly torn, and black trousers. Mark wore those trousers and I wore the shirt. Now to this, another note adds, maybe it would be a good idea to not name it. You never know who is listening. And that was all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video. And until I see you all next time, please be safe, drink plenty of water, eat seasonal vegetables, and get that D, be it the vitamin or otherwise.